This is a Pentax 645. I just received listed as inoperable. I don't know exactly what the issue is with it, so I'm just going to go through step by step how I can help to triage it. The unit is in overall pretty decent physical condition. The battery grip is attached. It has a 120 back. I don't see any significant damage to the unit, so it looks like it was in good condition. But let's try to figure out why it was listed as inoperable. I do have another 645 here to compare to. It works. So I will be able to use this to help figure out what is going on with this guy. So, first basic checks are to look around the unit. Let's remove the film back and check out on the inside. Overall, looks pretty clean. Film back has, looks like it functions. This catches. Doesn't look to be any obvious issues with the film back. And let's try to release the battery holder. Okay, so this battery holder is not popping up. So let's just try to hold and see if I can open up the battery holder. Okay, battery holder is releasing. All right, so we've got some corrosion, or probably we had a leaky battery inside the battery grip. So that's not uncommon. Battery holder, not in great condition. Cracked plastic, some corrosion. So probably had a battery leaking at some point, but looks like it has been cleaned up. So let's go ahead and take a look to see if we can get power in here. So first step, let's go ahead and swap a known good battery cartridge, and we have power. Okay, so ignoring the battery holder that came with the unit, it looks like we have power. A little bit of a hiss here, which is related to a bearing that's spinning, but with some lubrication, it looks like that can be fixed. But overall, nothing seems to be inoperable through here. I do have a test roll of just backing paper that I can use to test the film of the unit. So let's go ahead and just get that loaded up on the film back that came with the unit and see if we're able to load film and run film through the unit. Okay, got it loaded up. Let's drop it in. Okay, so that sounds normal. So check the button. So we've got, let's put it into manual mode. So we should be able to change the shutter speed from 1,000 down to 15 seconds. So that looks normal. Exposure compensation looks like that's working. ISO, I can change ISO as well, so that seems to be normal. Get that up to 6400. Yep, so that's working. Okay, LED. Oh, let's turn on the light. Probably can't see it here, but let me just turn off this light here. Okay, so the display light's working. And I'm just gonna go ahead and check the viewfinder. Okay, so see if I can get this into view. We got the viewfinder working. And this button here is the LED button, so really hard to get into view. It does turn off the display, which seems to be working. Okay, so overall the camera looks to be okay. I'm just gonna go, we don't know if the shutter speeds are super accurate yet, but let me just go through in manual mode. Actually, let me double check that's working. Let's check the mirror. Mirror's working. So let's just go ahead and start down from 1,000. And then this should just get me to see, now that we've shot 15 frames, this is the last frame of the roll, so let's just see if it rewinds. Okay, so looks like we found our first issue, which is a long rewind. That's not something that I expected to see. So we can, see if we actually see that again. But yeah, I'm just gonna double check the continuous mode. That looks to be okay. Okay, so overall, I mean, the unit listed as non-functional, it looks to be functional to me. Again, we don't know the accuracy of the shutter speed, accuracy of the meter, so we can do some testing. We need to do some cleaning on this unit. We don't know yet if this battery holder, even though it's somewhat damaged, whether or not it works. But let's also just take off the battery. Let's see if we can take off the battery grip then. And we can, and if I look through here, doesn't seem to be any corrosion down there. So potentially we had some battery leaking, but I'm not sure, not seeing any indications that we're actually seeing any functional issues. So I think the long rewind on this unit is something definitely that I want to try again, see if we can recreate that. And sometimes that's just like an issue with like a lever over here, not necessarily knocking back into place when the roll is at the end. So that, but I think that's something that we can quickly check. So let's go ahead and take our backing paper test roll and run another roll of film through the unit to see if we can recreate that issue. Okay. This time I'm going to put a lens on the camera so we can get it, see if we can get it working in auto mode. But let's just get film loaded and see if then we can get it into auto mode. Yep, that was working. So definitely need to lubricate some parts. All right. So yeah, we got this long rewind, which, oops. I mean, it doesn't break the unit. You can always just take this off and it'll stop, but it's obviously not ideal. But yeah, let's try to fix that long rewind. Okay, let's give this a shot of checking to see if we can fix this long rewind. All right, so I'm not gonna go over the detail of how to open up this camera. There's some other videos on that, so I think I'm just gonna try to speed through opening up the camera. Okay, so interestingly, we don't have a battery for this camera. We'll have to deal with that eventually. So let's just go ahead and, now that we've got all the panels, all the panels off, let's go ahead and reattach the battery grip. Okay, we've got the function, we've got the camera working. So now that we've got everything offloaded, let's go ahead and try to recreate the issue of the long rewind, and then we can kind of explain how the rewind function works, and then we can see if we need to lubricate anything to help get the mechanism for the rewind to get back again. Okay, we're loading. So you can kind of see when the camera is working, you can kind of see the mechanism kind of function. All right, we're at frame 13, 14. Here's the last one. Let's take a look. Oh, wait, one more. Okay, So this lever here triggers the motor, and it's not returning back to its position right here. So could be that this is dirty or something in this mechanism isn't super clean. But overall, yeah, we can tell that it's not working. But if I touch right here, we'll get it to stop. Well, okay, stopped on its own. So yeah, you can kind of see now it's back to the seated position. But you can kind of see that when this lever is actuated, this motor turns on. The motor sounds great. It sounds pretty strong. When we're done winding, this should return back. Let's take off the battery grip and take a look at the other mechanism here. So you can kind of see that when this guy moves, it will turn on the motor. So, I mean, my first step is always to clean and lubricate here to see if this fixes it, this guy right here. So let's go ahead and grab some, some IPA and see if we can just kind of give this a clean. Sometimes dirt or lubrication, old lubrication kind of makes us all muddy here. But yeah, let's go ahead and just give this guy a clean, make sure he's working okay. That seems to be moving okay. Okay, I'm also just gonna give this guy a clean over here. If there's anything here that is obviously dirty, this guy's a little bit dirty as well. Don't think it's anything related to these drive gears here, but it's just, yeah. Okay. All right, now that we've got that part cleaned, let's go ahead and run that test roll again through it. And if we get the long rewind again, I'll show you how, when I touch this, the rewind will stop. Okay, one more time. Okay, so we're not fixed, but again, if I just press this, you'll see that it stops. So yeah, we're not quite there yet in terms of seeing if we can fix it. But yeah, let's just give that one more shot. So I noticed that it's not stopping now, so it probably has something to do with this tripping over here. So if I take off this battery pack, we're still in this, we're still here where this is still going to run if I put this on. So somehow this is not releasing. So it looks like the issue could be over here. So this guy's pushed down. This guy here is pushed down from this guy over here. There we go. Okay. So now that's released. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean. So this is how it was stuck here. So when this is up like that, it doesn't get stuck. So it looks like there's some residue on there. I'm just gonna go ahead and see if I can give this a clean. See if that helps the situation here. Okay, let's see if we can actuate that. Okay, so now we had it stop, which is interesting. Let's see if that fully rewound the roll. Yeah, and it did. So looks like we're getting closer to where now this guy here kind of didn't get stuck. So that's a good sign. But let's give that another go. Okay, let's give it a go. Okay, so it looks like we had just fixed the long rewind issue. Yeah, that's great. Again, this was a unit I received that was listed as inoperable. Overall, it looks like it needs some lubrication. You know, it sounds very rough. And there's that bearing that's spinning that's really annoying. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a lubrication, but it looks like the main issue was that long rewind. So if your Pentax 645 has a long rewind, you're looking to fix it, definitely start by first checking to see if, you know, this whole chain, like your motor's gonna stop when this is kind of locked in here. So you have to kind of go through the entire lever chain here to see if this is releasing. So it looked like essentially, you know, I saw some residue between here and here, and it looks like that was potentially causing a sticking issue. This was also dirty here, so I cleaned that point there. So, you know, we could use some lubrication here and here, but yeah, with cleaning that point there, by cleaning this point here, we're able to stop the long rewind issue. And yeah, I'm going to continue on with checking this unit to see if there's anything else that needs to be done. Anyway, thanks for watching.